In the second series of International Volleyball Academy videos entitled Ask Why, today we ask, how do you receive a fastball with a forearm pass?
From the previous episode, we already know that a fastball travels fast on a flat trajectory and heads either beside the player or directly toward the chest. We will begin with the ball traveling beside the body. Lateral movement begins with the split step. Why? Because it activates the start of the movement.
The result is the correct position, a low center of gravity with the hips turned perpendicular to the direction of the ball. Which drills help achieve this? First, catching the ball after moving, then working with straight arms and even with a stick, which forces the hands to stay in front of the body. After that come thousands of repetitions, with and without the ball. Every reception starts with the feet, so we prepare them to move correctly every single time.
The stick also serves as a strict teacher of proper arm position.
So we have mastered the ball traveling beside the body, and this habit will later prove useful in defense as well. Even 11-year-old boys can learn it.
You may be thinking, I'm the only one with this problem? Not at all. Even world-class players deal with it, and 14-year-olds struggle with it just the same. The good news is that it can be improved. So let's get to work.
Here is the first common mistake: a narrow stance, the center of gravity too high, and the eyes looking at the floor instead of the ball. This is not the right way. That is exactly what training is for, to correct it. Now the second mistake: incorrect body orientation during reception. It usually happens because the torso does not turn toward the flight of the ball, but remains turned to the side.
The purpose of training is to reduce these mistakes as much as possible. And even if we master the technique correctly, there is no substitute for countless repetitions. Fortunately, we have great role models, such as the Italian outside hitter Micheletto. Now for the second situation, what if the fastball is heading toward your chest or even your head? How do you deal with it? You step back with one foot, open your hips and create space for your arms. It may look like a dance lesson, but believe me, you cannot do without it. And why the hoop in the hands? To help players understand how they should move. One small step back with the rear foot can make a huge difference. In the end, it all looks effortless.
Once the legs know where to go and how to move, it is time to teach the arms to keep the correct shape. We can even place a foam roller in the player's hands, the same one they bring to every practice, and they immediately understand what the correct platform should feel like. But that is another story. For today, we can safely say they are ready even for a serve coming straight at their nose.
Of course, I have to master both reception techniques we have been talking about. As for free balls, you do not see many of them in top-level volleyball. Most of the time you are trying to tame some truly wild beasts. And in men's volleyball, it sometimes feels like standing on a shooting range.
If players are not taught correctly, problems appear. Young players, and sometimes even experienced ones, simply do not know what to do in this situation.
But we know the remedy. Once again, it lies in footwork. This time in one small adjustment step. And yes, 12 or 13-year-old children sometimes jump away from the ball like heroes in a kung fu movie instead of taking one simple step. That happens. That is exactly why we coaches are on the court, to turn kung fu into volleyball, especially through proper footwork. And as you can see, it works for both young and older players.
And then comes physical conditioning. We looked at footwork last time, but today our regular guide, Georg Grozer, has joined us once again. And our young players? They are naturally following in the footsteps of their great role models.
And then there are the arms. Some people say they do not need strength training. Not true. Strength is not developed only for jumping. We strengthen the muscles responsible for keeping the elbows together. Without them, the platform falls apart and the ball flies wherever it wants. We also train scapular stability, the ability to control the shoulder blades against the rib cage. This keeps the arm stable in space and maintains a solid shoulder axis.
People say that good reception is all about feel. That is true, but feel alone will not get you very far without physical preparation. Even finesse needs strength. And to finish, who else should we watch than the two best receiving outside hitters from the last World Championship, Nikolov and Micheletto?